Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode of The Shadow of the Silver Mane. For you guys, it's just been 1 week, but for us, it's been 2 weeks, just because I got a bit of a cold, and you can probably hear it from my voice. So that's fun. But before we go into our usual shenanigans, dear viewers, the usual reminder, this episode is posted on Sir Thompshire's channel. The episode after that shall be posted on my channel, Teeironor. All our links are in the description below. And the one after that shall be posted on Skoll Shorties' channel, then back on mine, then back on Thompshire's, then back on mine, and so on and so forth. My bad. Yeah. I rolled some dice in the background to see which order these players should introduce themselves, and the dice have decided that we are going to start with the one who probably has the most to say, namely Zelris. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and your character and perhaps what's new with Lyri?
I play Lyri Embasaro, the reckless scoundrel herself, and Lyri now has, as you can probably see, a new stunt, and with that, one less fate points. Her new stunt, basically, it's called Archaic Resonance, and once per session, it means I can slightly improve my next two rolls, next two offensive rolls even. And yeah, that's kind of cool. She also has like a new temporary trouble to reflect kind of what's going on, but that won't last very long probably. So that's what's up with Lyri.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Zelris. TLDR in regards to your new stunt. Basically, it means that if Lyri uses it, her next two attacks with her dagger, specifically like offensive stuff, I guess that's what attacks means, will gain a small bonus to whatever dice they may be required to roll. So that is fun. Thank you very much, Zelris. Next, according to the dice, we would have Skoll. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, I can. Hello, Skoll Shorties, and I am playing good old abused Captain Buhd, who is abused by Fel Reavers and the Burning Legion, and isn't doing so great. But hopefully he'll somehow get out of this. I don't know.
I mean, hopefully. Technically, you have a way out, but unfortunately for you, the other players are kind of dragging their feet on it. Anyway, thank you very much, Skoll. Next, we would have DoomGoblin. Can you please introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, hello, it's me, DoomGoblin, and I'm gonna be playing a pirate who is getting really tired of this dragon floating island, and I think that if it looks like we're going to end this session on this island, I think Bladebeard is going to throw himself into the twisting nether. And
I mean, technically it's not an island, it's attached to the mainland, it's just kind of isolated.
Oh, really? I don't know, I haven't been to Netherstorm in a while. So yeah, so we can just walk away.
I mean, you won't be allowed to, but yeah, you can, technically.
Oh. Alright. Cool.
Does
Good
that
to know.
make Bladebeard less suicidal?
Well, it doesn't mean he's gonna die. I mean, maybe he can fly.
Big if.
No, he is not going to throw himself. Although it would be kind of funny.
Let's not get into what might happen there. Alright. Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. And next we have the owner of the channel you guys are watching this on, Sir Thompshire. Can you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. As always, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, the beloved sellsword that's been hanging out with the dragons for quite a few sessions now. And they probably won't be friends by the end of it, but well, that's a shame, I guess.
keep talking. I'm still looking for the right overlay because OBS is a bitch. Keep talking. Keep entertaining the audience. I'm sorry.
Hello, everyone. We're playing a TTRPG. Yeah, that's very cool, and everyone's very cool too. That's it.
Gotcha. Got it. Thank you, Thompshire. Thank you, Thompshire. Sorry for putting you on the spot. It's just that OBS can be very, very annoying. The threats of the Nether Storm loom dangerously close as the perils our heroes face escalate. Having failed to gain entry into the Consortium Echo Dome, Captain Buhd and Tamor were, once again, attacked by a Fell Reaver while resting. Unfortunately for our hero, this time he was unable to escape and was knocked out and taken captive by the gigantic machine while Tamor fled. Meanwhile, at the Nether Dragon Roost, Lyri and Bersaro continued learning the sending spell from Satea while the rest of the party idled. Captain Bladebeard received a call from the communication device Nexus Lord Teeironor had given him, but decided to smash the object instead. Their fellow prisoner, Mirren of the Sun Fury, also informed the group that, if need be, her compatriots could teleport our party away from the roost to meet and work together with them. Later down the line, having been informed by her superiors, Myrna also told our heroes that Buhd had been captured by the Burning Legion, which demanded something in return for his release. After an argument, also related to the fact that Satea had taught Lyri a prank version of the sending spell, the party decided to trade away the Skoll of Garruk. Due to an error, the demons believed that the artifact was actually the skull of a well-known ogre warlock. The spirit was in agreement with the trade, intending on possessing a demon body for its own. The spirit of Garruk requested time to devise a spell to disguise itself as the skull of an ogre. Unfortunately for Buhd, the demons were angered by the delay. Our hero woke up in a very active forge camp and found himself cruelly interrogated and put to work by its Eredar overseer. In the end, the demon informed Buhd that if the trade wouldn't be completed in 2 hours, he would flay our hero's soul from its body instead. In lieu of the skull, previously promised to Satea in exchange for teaching the sending spell, Lyri was coerced by the party to sign an arcane contract allowing the necromancer to use her body upon the Blood Oath's death. Not all news was bleak, however, as Lyri was also promised assistance in breaking her summoning contract with Golgamash by Mirrenam. As the Skull of Garruk continued to take its time devising the spell it needed, the Nether Dragons also found Tamor and delivered him to the rest of our party. A short while later, the creatures finally reached a consensus in regards to our hero's plight and the Ethereals. So, I think it makes the most sense that we visit Benjamin Bladebeard and Lyri first, just cause whatever they do might influence Buhd's situation, and Buhd's current situation is that he is more or less a slave laborer, so that's not very exciting, at least not for the moment. But I do promise that we'll come back to Buhd fairly soon. Are you guys alright with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Benjamin Bladebeard and Lyri, the last instant of the last session that we left off was the Nether Dragons finally reached another consensus based on the new information, quote-unquote information that Bladebeard provided them, and they were about to tell you their verdict, for lack of a better term. But just as a little bit of RP warm-up, let's say, before we jump into things, because it has been 2 weeks. What are your characters doing at the moment? For context, the NPCs that are nearby are the ones you see on screen, more or less. Satea and Myrna more or less would be keeping to themselves. Tamor was more or less the center of attention last time, but he just said, I'd very much like to rest at the moment, and you guys left him to rest. But obviously, if you'd like to talk to him or whatever, you guys are free to do that. So, again, I ask, what's everyone doing? What's everyone up to, in this couple seconds, couple minutes before the Nether Dragons tell you what's up?
I guess in the meantime, Benjamin is been pacing back and forth, kind of just waiting.
Makes sense. Would you be talking to anybody, or
I don't think so. But above board, I should mention I forgot the word we agreed on last time.
dirt? Yep.
Oh, right. Okay.
Just that it's in Thalassian, and I don't think. Yeah, you did not really inform Bladebeard and Satya of that. Lyri knows because Lyri overheard, but Lyri also didn't tell anyone else.
Speaking of Lyri, she's brooding with her skull right now.
Okay.
In silence.
Okay.
Also.
Okay,
It would
Hamlet.
be a shame if you used your fate point and I compelled you to man-attempt the skull, right? I'm just putting it out there, okay? You know.
Again, for context regarding the skull, since you guys more or less unintentionally stated that this skull was like the skull of some semi-legendary ogre warlock, the skull was all for that little bit of deception, but like required like for you guys to give it like an hour, maybe two, for it to devise a spell in which it can disguise itself as an ogre skull. So it's currently pondering that little detail. Also, fun little fact. Zelris, the name you gave for the skull was Garfuk. That's not. You thought that you were thinking that was the name of our Death Knight from the previous season, but it's not. The Death Knight's name is Garfoon. So
it's close enough.
Yeah, but point is, Garfuk is a different name, and we will treat it as such. The skull's name is Garuk, just for completion's sake.
Just the people who might have forgotten his name.
Yeah. Okay, so Lyri's currently doing the Hamlet pose. What about Captain Bladebeard?
Nothing much. He's just missing his boots. Because his
boot
boot
singular.
was...
You do have one boot.
Oh, I have one boot and no pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did that come to be?
I think the Nether Dragon probably ripped them.
But
probably ripped them, and that's what happened.
Oh, alright. Then he's missing one boot.
And his pants.
And his pants.
We're gonna need a new render for that.
Okay, if you want to volunteer, Thompshire. Yeah, I will just for context sake. Again, Netherstorm is very. It's technically like a very temperate climate, technically speaking, despite all the crazy mana shenanigans that are going on. So it's somewhat warm at the moment, so you don't have to worry, Bladebeard, about being cold.
Yeah, but it's a rocky place. You can't walk barefooted. Unless you're Buhd, of course.
Also true, but yeah.
I mean, you're a dwarf. You have like sturdy feet or whatever.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you guys aren't going to like interact with anybody, shall we like jump where we left off last time? Well, quote unquote jump, aka the Nether Dragons approaching you guys to give out their quote unquote verdict.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you all would notice, as I mentioned before, there's always at least one Nether Dragon or two that's keeping watch over your group. But now, once again, they're all turning away from their discussion and their random flights to surround the group, not in a menacing way, but rather in a like auditorium way, if that makes sense. And Miris, the Nether Dragon leader, who spoke with you guys before, will walk up to you and will turn mainly to Bladebeard, because Bladebeard informed them of the whole Ephemeral thing. Well, not informed, but lied to them about that. And she will say, "We thank you for the tip, mortal, but you cannot be trusted to aid."
Why? Because of my evil magics?
Frankly, yes.
But we proven that we were friends with dragons on Azeroth, the one you trust, and she trusts us.
You have also given cause for suspicion, and at least 2 of you are probably Blood Elves.
Can't we figure that matter out after this is dealt with? I'm sure this is a bigger fish than one or 2 of us being blood elves, right?
Blood Elves cannot be trusted. They turned this region into what you see today. Still, that does not mean that we will pass judgment hastily. You are free to leave if you give us all of your magical artifacts, or you may aid in a lesser but still important manner.
That being?
She sighs and looks a little bit embarrassed and says, with all the factions in the area and all the hostile activity, we have lost 105 of our eggs. We need you to go and collect them.
But we have other things to do.
Safeguarding the brood is most important.
Well, we've got to look out for our own brood as well. I'm sure you understand that.
And as I mentioned, you are free to go if you surrender your magical artifacts.
What's going on over there,
Above board, she has been... Like, you guys aren't that far away from each other. She's been addressing all of you.
Yeah, I know, Lyri's just being obnoxious.
Sure. Are you hard of hearing, Blood Elf?
No, I'm just pondering my skull.
Will you agree to surrender it?
It's not a special skull, it's just a skull.
It reeks of magic. Foul magic.
Lyri kind of lifts the skull up to her nose and gives it a big sniff. I don't think so.
She blinks at you and like turns back to like the quote-unquote general group and says, "These are our terms." And sort of stares awkwardly at you guys.
Well,
I
I guess we'll be leaving then.
mean,
Right, Benjamin?
I'm not giving up my staff, says Satea.
yeah, I ain't giving my stuff either.
Hey, Tamal, come over here.
Yes, he slowly gets up, still pretty hurt, and limps over to you.
Okay. Benjamin, are you okay?
What do you think?
You know, I think...
Do you need time to consult among yourselves?
Yeah, let's get our group together and give it a good talk.
Then call when you have reached decision. And the nether dragons slowly back away. But again, there's still at least 1 or 2 watching you guys.
Hey, Mirica, right?
You say Interlacian?
Yeah.
You know I didn't understand a thing they were saying, right?
Yeah, I think it might be time for,
Oh, okay. She gets up. She was sort of sitting down and walks close to you.
Benjamin, do you agree?
What's going on? Says Tamal.
Benjamin?
How do you know that they won't kill us as soon as we teleport?
Because they'll be far away?
How do you know?
Because we wouldn't teleport if we were just gonna teleport like a meter or two. We just look.
I don't mean the dragons.
Do you mean the elves?
I don't know, the elves, the demons, it's the same thing, isn't it?
I've talked to them before.
Oh, then tell me about it.
They're quite kind, actually.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. They treat me as one of their respectable companions.
Then why did they sap the life out of this place, huh?
I don't have anything to do with that.
I'm not saying you do, I'm just saying these are probably nasty people that will betray us at any chance.
Well, to be fair, they didn't technically sap the life out of it, says Satea. This isn't life or death and death magic. This is technically arcane magic. They just brought the twisting nether closer. You see, technically it's a fury, and she'll continue to expound.
We'll ignore her.
Yeah, we'll ignore her.
Wait, which language are we talking in?
I'm talking in common.
Yeah, above board common.
Alright.
That's why Myrna is just like staring awkwardly at you guys.
But Benjamin, I mean, look at this place. This dirt is useless, right? She says in common. You couldn't grow anything on it, right, Benjamin?
Benjamin sort of gives you a stink eye for saying that word.
Nothing magically happens above board. Probably,
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah, I
because...
know.
Yeah, just to clarify.
Lyri's just making sure Benjamin gets the hint. You know, we could lie to these dragons.
How exactly?
We say we'll get their eggs and we just don't do it.
Well, I'm sure they'll send someone to watch over us.
Myrna,
She looks at you.
it's time to play a little dirty. Lyri kind of runs a hand through her hair.
Look, this is hardly the time for flirting, okay?
No.
Myrna has this slightly confused expression, and she kicks the ground as if to indicate, without saying anything, is that what you mean?
Lyri will do a cool pose and then nod her head.
Okay. Then she gives you a nod.
Lyri turns to face Benjamin with a big grin on her face.
He doesn't say anything. He's just like, okay, we're doing this, I guess.
Whoever is magically adept around you guys, I've been counting down the seconds, you'll start feeling some magical energies coalesce around you. Arcane specifically.
I love dirt. Don't you, Benjamin?
No, I hate it.
I suggest you all hold hands just so, you know.
I think someone's trying to teleport us away, says Satea, who was unaware of your guys' plan.
Mm-hmm. That's the plan, Satea. We're going to safety.
What?
Your staff shall survive another day.
Where are we going exactly?
To our graves, probably.
To a friend's place.
You suddenly, like, the magical energies become, like, visible around you, like you see some... You know how in Warcraft 3, if you use, like, the Scroll of Town portal or whatever, there's these little magical circles that pop up around the units? Sort of those little circles, similar enough, pop up around you guys and start glowing brighter and brighter. Your Nether Dragon Watcher starts looking alarmed and yells out something in Draconic.
Well, Lyri kind of looks at Benjamin.
He takes his sword out because he expects not to be welcomed very well on the other side.
Any other last minute reactions before you guys will be teleported?
Oh, I want to activate the book thing.
Duly noted.
Lyri will dust herself off to try and make herself look presentable.
Sure. I'm gonna pull a card.
Really?
Yeah, sure. If it
Okay.
summons something bad, it's gonna stay with the dragons, right?
Oh no, oh my god.
Also, I have the undo thing. It's fine.
Would you like to do the honors of rolling, or would you like me to roll?
Sure, I'll roll. But which number?
/roll space D15, 1-5.
But didn't I pull three cards already?
You did. If you land on a repeat number, I'll ask you to roll again.
Oh, all right. $11.
Okay. This is a new card. You pull out. Let me find the image. You will pull out this lovely card.
Oh no.
You will instantly know its effects. Instinctively in your mind, there is no text on the card. Someone you know will forever after become hostile to you.
Oh boy.
Oh
Could
no.
it be? So it's someone I wouldn't know who.
You wouldn't know who, but it is someone you know and someone that you would count as either neutral or an ally.
Your mom.
I think that's a very interesting card, and yeah, I'll keep it. I won't undo this.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be fun.
Okay. Duly noted.
I just hope it's not Buhd.
It will not be any of the player characters, just because I can't really control you guys, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Do we see Bladebeard do this?
Yep, you do. And
Does that have any fancy spell effects? That we
yep,
can see?
I want to try to scream something at Bladebeard, but the teleportation cuts me out.
just for context as to what this looks to everyone else. Bladebeard rummages through his bag or pockets or whatever and pulls out this glowing deck of cards that, to anyone who has at least a little magical sense, screams, this is a very powerful magical artifact. He pulls a card and to everyone else it looks like it's a bright glow. Bladebeard, you see the card itself, and then it sort of vanishes in your hands, but you do know what the card entails. Bladebeard does, not just DoomGoblin, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Benjamin and Lyri don't know what happened. And just as the card vanishes, the teleportation spell takes effect. And I'd like to ask you guys to give me a minute or two while I put stuff on screen, which may take me a second, alright?
Alright.
Fair?
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, DoomGoblin. I did not expect that to happen.
Yeah, I really wonder who it's gonna be. I think it's Frignir. Once we fix him,
I'll
he's gonna stab
I'll be
me.
completely honest. I have not decided yet. I'll tell you. I only tell you that where you're teleporting, none of the people that will be there will count for this because you technically don't know any of them.
Alright.
So that also gives me a little bit of breathing room to pick which NPC specifically. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking. Well, Bladebeard's mother is, it wouldn't be that surprising if she tries to stab him, so...
I think it's gonna be the cat.
Oh, yeah, that's
No,
gonna
John.
be tragic. Oh, maybe. We'll see.
Then
It's gonna be
since
fun.
he hates you so much, he just becomes like Bud's first mate in the rival pirate thing.
Oh, part of the Blood Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be a betrayal. What if it's someone from season 1? What if
Oh, no. What if Meckle tries to stab me? What a surprise!
I mean, she already wants to stab me, so it's fine.
I know. Maybe Marjani, or
the shark lower? He's out for blood now.
Maybe you're dead. Because you left him on the island.
He doesn't know.
Well, but
Bladebeard,
he'll
his son.
just a great hatred for you will spark in his heart.
He'll become a heartless.
Okay. I'll gradually place the NPCs on screen. Are you guys with me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Benjamin, Bladebeard and Lyri, along with Satea, Myrna, and Tamal, you find yourselves teleported to an area fairly close to the Mana Forge, although not super close. And you will be facing a group of Blood Elves. First among them is this familiar lady.
This wonderful lady.
Yep.
She doesn't look very friendly.
She's smiling, so at least there's that.
She's scary. She has knives floating on her back.
6 of these little grunts, as well as what's the name? There's this gentleman. You'll see that this gentleman on the left is like lowering his hands, and you can presume that he is the one that cast the teleportation spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all of you are teleported in, and of the NPCs that are with you, Satea just looks absolutely shocked, well, looking mainly at Bladebeard and then at the Blood Elves. Tamal just has that same expression on his face. Myrna looks concerned at Bladebeard. Oskuri, well, the Blood Elves remain sort of on guard. Oskuri doesn't have her weapons in hand, and she says to the group in general, "Welcome. I trust you've been well on your little journey."
In what language?
I think common. I think she would use common.
Great, amazing.
Lyri will do a salute.
An elf that speaks common. Okay, now I've seen everything.
I
Says
speak
Satea.
common.
Oh, you're a very different elf.
Lyri kind of grabs Tamal by the wrist and pulls him close.
We've been informed that he is with your group. Do you vouch for him?
Aye.
He's part of my retinue. He's my personal retainer.
No need to play coy. Just be frank, and if you say he's a friend of yours, then we will trust him as such.
Okay. Lyri will just nod.
Myrna will approach the group, and Oskuri will whisper something in Thalassian to her and sort of place a hand on her shoulder, and Myrna will sort of rejoin that group of Blood Elves as if she belongs to that little quote-unquote faction, and Oskuri will walk up to you guys and say, "Do you have the item the demons were requesting?"
We do indeed. Lyri will...
"I'm not ready yet," says the Skoll in your mind.
I know. Lyri will just show off the skull to Oskuri.
Foul thing. Necromancy was never my preferred forte. Oh. I'll let them know that they should come in with the prisoner then.
How long do you think it'll take them to arrive?
Couple minutes, they can teleport here.
Couple. Lyri kind of looks at the skull. Wait, we're meeting here?
Oh yes? It's far enough from any compromising locations?
Lyri kind of gestures for her to getting close.
She does so.
Lyri whispers in her ear, "Do you really trust these people around the Legion?"
Do you trust these people?
No.
And what do you propose?
The necromancer is. I think she's the one who teleported them there. I don't know. I was thinking maybe you could hold a hostage to make them behave. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know how much value the Legion would... Or are you saying that we hold the necromancer hostage to ensure the human and the dwarves' cooperation?
Yes. I don't trust them at all right now.
Okay. Above all, what's Benjamin and Bladebeard's reaction to Oscuri and Lyri whispering to each other in Thalassian?
I don't know. I don't like it, I guess.
Bladebeard will just raise a hand.
Sateo whispered to you, Bladebeard, I don't like them whispering to each other.
Me neither. Who are these people again?
You tell me.
I like the one with the daggers. Floaty daggers. That's a cool spell.
Technically, Tomo says, technically these people are, I believe, Sun Fury Blood Oaths, allies of the Burning Legion, unpleasant people, and also former allies of my former employer. They're not on good terms at the moment.
Oh, good. So they are our friends? Because they're enemy of our enemy?
They seem to be friends of Lyri's. I don't know if they're necessarily our friends because of that. I think that's more so up to how you handle these negotiations.
Listen, I think just if we all jump her at once, there's no way she'll be able to resist. We'll just take her in and then force them to behave on that behalf, right?
If you think that's necessary, I can take the spellcaster down, I think, easily enough.
Lyri will, I guess, nod her head, and yeah, she'll turn around and look at Sateo.
Oscuri will turn to walk back to the rest of the Blood Oaths, but above all, we will now enter initiative order, so give me a moment to write in everyone's initiatives, alright?
Oh shit. Why are we in an initiative order?
Because Lyri has ordered the Blood Oaths to jump Sateo.
How nice.
To be fair,
She wants to destroy Stormwind. Yeah.
no, I mean, I was just gonna say that, she made Lyri sign a contract under duress, and that's no good.
I mean, what she did was kind of funny, not gonna lie. I thought she was gonna put a listening device on your spell, but no, she's just making a joke.
Okay, so that is the initiative order. Oscuri would go first. Alright.
Oh wow, she's fast.
I mean, she's technically the boss of the Blood Oath, so yeah, she is boss,
awesome.
boss in terms of game mechanics, not necessarily in terms of story. Although she is in terms of story too. Sorry a little bit. The viewers don't hear me coughing. But yeah. Oscuri.
Did they hear you say that you were coughing?
Yep. But anyway, Oscuri's turn. She takes some steps back to seemingly to rejoin her group, and I'm going to roll her sneaky attack against Satea's careful. Okay. All of you see Oskori walk back to rejoin her group, and then it looks as if she vanishes in a puff of smoke, and none of you are very sure what's going on until all of you hear Satea let out a yelp of pain as you see a dagger protruding from Satea's side and a Oskori behind her. Benjamin, it's your turn.
Get him now! Lyri screams out.
Oh no, that's what the card said. It's Lyri.
What?
Lyri has betrayed us.
Do behave nicely and we can resolve this peacefully, says Oskori.
You just stabbed someone.
We only want assurance of your compliance. Lyri will unsheath a dagger.
Could you, say that before stabbing someone?
We do things our own way.
She is not fatally wounded. Do not worry about that. Satea grits her teeth angrily. It is Benjamin's turn.
You will try to figure out one of the Blood Elf's aspects.
Which one? There's technically 5 of them. I need to type in Mirror on the initiative order too. Go ahead, please.
Roland?
Well, which one are you trying to inspect?
Oh, don't I usually roll and then you give me the options for that roll?
Again, I'm asking you, there's 6 blood oaths, well, more than 6.
Oh, sorry. I'm stupid. I mean the Oskori lady. I thought you meant which of the aspects.
Oh, okay. Give me a hot second while I find her specific character sheet again. There she is. For you, it's a little bit more difficult because you don't really, you know even less than everyone else here. Okay. I'll require a critical hit on the careful to learn her trouble. A 4 to learn her tertiary. And a 6 to learn her high concept.
Okay. That's scary, but okay.
It's just because you really don't know anything about
her.
Yeah. So that's enough for her tertiary. Unless you want to spend fate points or advantages, etc.
No, I do not.
Her tertiary is, I think, a quote from Hearthstone. My blades will sing.
Okay. Not sure how to do that, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Fultion's turn. Fultion is the mage. He will create an advantage, basically. Roll to create an advantage, basically readying a spell in case Benjamin, Bladebeard, etc. continue to resist. Or, well, resist at all. And he gets a charge on that. Arcane Might, I will call it. Bladebeard's turn.
Alright, he'll just go for a while. What's going on? Why are we fighting? We don't need to fight. We are on the same side.
To ensure that you don't pull any cards, whatever that means, or double cross us, we just need to take this one into our custody.
Why are you speaking all posh now?
I turn towards the Blades lady, Asuri. Like,
She's currently
what's
stabbed.
up?
She's currently like holding a dagger like in Satea's side.
Let's just all come down. We are all on the same side, right?
Please drop your weapons and any magical artifacts, and we can talk from there.
The only one that needs to be dealt with here is the necromancer. If you don't involve yourself, then you'll leave scot-free.
Why does she need to be dealt with? We are all servants of the Legion here, right? We are all in Sargeras's Burning Crusade. We are not enemies.
Satea grunts in pain and says, I'm with the Legion too, you morons.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use my lying stunt here. We are all members of the Silver Mane. We serve the Legion.
But what the Blood Oaths don't know what the Silver Mane is, but they do understand we serve the Legion. Okay, then.
Yeah, our mission is to prepare the Kingdom of Stormwind for their arrival.
But we serve something greater than the Legion. The Sun King and the Sindorai.
Isn't the Sun King dead?
Maybe it was just a setback. What happened in Quel'Thalas?
Oskuri pulls out the dagger she impaled Satea with. Satea lets out a scream of pain, and Oskuri takes a few steps back and sheaves her daggers and says, well, if we're all understanding each other then. She gives Lyri a look.
Don't trust these people.
What did Lyri tell you?
That necromancer is the only way out of here. These people have fought the Legion before in Booty Bay. They killed a whole legion of the Legion.
We fought a Death Knight from some Orcish clan that used a few demons in his army, not the Burning Legion.
Just above board, just because Bladebeard used his stunt, no matter what you say, Lyri, the Blood Oaths will believe that, like, Benjamin, Bladebeard, Satea are part, or at least serving the Burning Legion.
Yeah. That warlock is the only way out of here. These people are backstabbers, traitors, apart from Tamal. And
That's very funny coming from you.
that necromancer put a horrible contract on me.
That may very well be, says Oskuri. And, well, us servants of the Burning Legion aren't exactly known for trusting each other, but if we're all on the same side, then currently we have other dangers that loom, and perhaps we should not waste our blood on each other.
We won't be wasting our
Agreed.
blood later, because this deal will go through just fine. But if these people are let to roam around freely, then who knows what'll happen.
I think that only one here that has a problem is you, Lyri.
And what may that problem be?
I mean,
Bladebeard, just because it's your turn currently, would you allow Oskuri to do something? It will look a little bit flashy. It will not affect the quote-unquote combat. It's just that it's your turn, so you decide if big things happen on your turn or not.
yeah, sure.
Then Oskuri will do the same thing she did to Satea, as in sort of turn into a puff of, or more as a puff of smoke. This time she'll appear next to Lyri, and Lyri will sort of like take you by the shoulders and lean in and say, "We are currently the weakest Legion faction in the area. You do well not to upset them." And she pulls away from you.
Fine. If that's how it will be, then that's how it will be. but I'm going to kill you. Lyri then points at Sataya.
All in good time. All in good time, says Ascuri.
Mm-hmm.
Sataya looks about ready a spell, and then she looks at the situation and then at Benjamin and Bladebeard, more so at Bladebeard. What's the expression on your face, Bladebeard, that might decide what Sataya does?
I'm actually gonna walk over to her and take her hand. Just calm down, alright?
She stabbed me.
I know. But I think this was a misunderstanding, and let's just play along for now.
She sings out loud.
Yeah.
Play along. You can. They're not even. You understand common.
Yeah, play along with this whole thing. Let's just free the ogres and Buhd and go home and overthrow King Varian.
You're going to try to backstab the Legion as soon as the ogre is in our hands. You're going to get the ogre killed.
Let's take things one step at a time. Shall we, everyone? Says Ascuri. So, I'm still not clear what you people are doing here. So you're here to rescue ogres that the Ethereum has captured?
No, they came here to pry in my business, and that caused the ogres to be taken here.
No, here's what's going on. We are trying to cause chaos and disorder in Stormwind, but our ogres that we brought there were stolen by mummy people, and we came here to rescue them, but then a whole bunch of stuff happens involving dragons and stuff, and we were not prepared, quite frankly. But we are glad that we found allies in you guys.
Ascuri gives you a slow nod and then turns to Lyri as if to hear her side of the story.
They came here to pry in my business. They are not here on Legion business at all. I don't care if you don't believe me. They're liars.
To me, it's clear that we are at least on the same side, but I'm not entirely clear of your loyalties, dear Lyri.
I'm here to reclaim the glory of my name. That's all I care about. And these people tried
That's
to
not what you said last we spoke.
Yeah, but I circumstances have changed. Mainly because of these people. Lyri points at the group.
Then please explain, and keep in mind that dishonesty will not gain you what you seek. Be honest.
What do you mean, be honest?
What is your business here?
I'm here to kill the Ethereals.
Why?
Because I won a recognition back in Quothalas.
Why does that matter?
Because I deem it so.
Okay. Then why not stay and work with us? Continue your father's legacy.
Well, there's a time and a place, but right now I need to focus on getting those Ethereals dealt with. I thought I'd have these people back in Stormwind, but nope, they had to come and pry in my business again and again. No, speaking of which, this one, Lyri points at Benjamin, he's related to me, would you believe? Very unfortunate.
In what way?
He's like my third cousin or something. Tell them about.
There's more numbers between that, but sure.
Tell them about Andor.
Yeah, my uncle is Endor Emperor Sorrow.
Some high elf.
Venison never spoke of him, if I'm being honest.
Probably because he's one of those. What would you call it? Is that it?
Well, there's a half elf, if that's what you're wondering.
Same thing.
Well, then I understand why he wouldn't speak of him.
I wouldn't either if I was him. Lyri just kind of shrugs.
She gives you a look. Like a trying to determine what you're thinking look.
Lyri shakes her head. Hey Skoll, how's it going, by the way?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was distracted by the entertainment. Give me at least another half an hour.
Can I, like... Is there a way I can speed it up that doesn't involve giving you my body?
Give me someone else's body?
Like Satea's?
Or, I suppose...
No.
Let me contact somebody that would be able and knowledgeable enough to cast the transmog spell. I can't think of the exact word. I'm sorry. Above board.
Well, you're not... I won't let you take the body of a Scurry, but, I'm fine with kicking that necromancer down to size.
If you can.
Of course I can. I just need to knock her out, alright?
Yes, but... Again... Look, we're talking about two different things, unfortunately. I would very much like a body to possess, yes, but I thought the idea was that we are going to take a demon body. If not, then I'm perfectly content with taking that one's body. However, what I'm currently asking is to put me into contact with someone who is magically capable so that they may cast the transmogrification spell on my skull.
I see. Do you think the demons will bring anything that we can't deal with?
Sorry, I coughed. Could you repeat that?
Do you think that the demons will bring anything we can't deal with?
I mean, it is the Burning Legion, so probably.
Great. Have you seen those Fel Reavers or whatever? I don't think they're even know what they're called. Uh-oh. You seen those big robots?
I am not entirely sure what a robot is, to be frank.
The big thing. I mean, we saw it earlier, right?
Above board, you didn't have the skull when you saw it.
Yeah, Larry's just kind of being delirious right now.
Sure.
Any mistakes of it being attributed to Larry having no sleeve.
Sure.
As God intended.
Sure. The skull doesn't reply for a little bit. It says, I'm sure whatever horrors you witnessed is but a paltry part of the Burning Legion's strength. That said, I don't know how much interest they have in this area.
What a conundrum.
What a conundrum.
Would I need to knock out the demon's body for you, or can you just take it?
That depends. Let me see who the demon commander or negotiator might be, and then I'll tell you what my first plan would be. But again,
Great.
give me at least another half an hour, or put me into contact with someone who can do it to properly devise the spell.
You know what? Do you understand that I'm trying to do the best thing here, right? These people aren't giving me any slack. I at least want the ogre to come back alive, but no, everyone's gonna push me around.
And do you understand that I'm also trying my best here? I'm also doing my best to help you and your group?
Oh, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that, maybe we can find some common ground in the fact that no one here appreciates us.
I suppose so. To everyone else, it's been looking like Lyri's just been, staring at, her bag for a while.
She's strange. I don't question it at this point.
Anyway, we'll be heading to the Maniforge after this, right?
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
I wonder about that. Well, it will very much depend on what the demons say, if they have another mission for us. But well, more to the point. What can you tell us about these Ethereals? They are our common enemy, and perhaps the most urgent item on the list, I guess.
I'm sure the dwarf could talk about it, considering he knows the Ethereal by name and has been referred to by name by the Ethereal, and have done many dirty deals with them. Is that correct, Bladebeard?
I've been playing him, basically. I haven't told him a word of truth since I met him.
Didn't you give him a goblin and he turned it into a golem of some sort?
I profited from an unfortunate thing that happened, yeah.
And what's to say you won't do that to our friends here?
Why would I?
Because you like profit?
Yeah, I do.
And background looks at the people that approve.
Are these Ethereals in any way associated with a different plan of the Burning Legion, and we're just fighting a pointless war, or is this just more bluster?
We just want the ogres. That's it.
Wait, no, these Ethereals were working with the Legion.
Okay.
No, they weren't.
They were working with the people in Booty Bay.
People in Booty Bay were not Legion.
They were demonic.
Not everything that's demonic is Legion, to be fair.
It's a fair assumption to make, though.
They were orcs. Red orcs.
They had imps, they had infernals.
He looks at the main blood elf and rolls his eyes at what Lyri said. Pretending like he knows something about Legion.
Benjamin?
Yes?
You will receive a sending from Kyrie.
Oh, okay.
Okay. She says, "Oh, really important. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry about that. Do make sure you go look for Tyri. I'm pretty sure she's somewhere on Cutoff."
Come on.
Do you need me to type that in?
Yeah, sure.
Again, you can reply in 25 words or less instantly.
Well, let's get that deal underway then. Lyri says as Benjamin's staring into the void.
So shall I call on them?
I mean, Lyri looks at Benjamin and see if he says anything.
Benjamin suddenly looks to be staring into the distance, but go ahead, Thompshire.
Look, nothing to say. I think that's unanimous yes.
"I'm not ready yet," says the Skoll.
Yeah, but I can't keep buying time forever.
Why not just be frank and tell them what's going on?
You know what? That's fair. So, you know this skull isn't the skull that the demons think it is, right?
Oscuri gives you a look like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Well, turns out that communicating over 3 different people, things kind of get a bit mixed up. His name is Guruk, not Gathuk.
Oscuri face palms.
But if anyone can maybe make him look like an ogre skull, we can get away with this.
This cannot end well.
Oh, I'm well aware. That's why one of these people would get with. But you know what? If you want to go for chaos, then I'm all for it.
Alright. Let's say we disguise the skull. We present it to Gashkaruk or whomever he sends, and instead he decides that we are no longer worthy of whatever poetry assistance he's been sending, and that we'll be the next target after he finishes the consortium. What happens then?
I guess we just kill him on the spot then. Lyri just kind of shrugs. I mean, we wouldn't be in this issue if, Sergeant Ogre didn't get captured by the Legion, and the Ogre wouldn't be here if someone's terrible leadership didn't lead him here. Lyri kind of glances at Benjamin.
He's still staring off into the distance.
He's still thinking about Kyrigosa.
The Blood of Mage will say, perhaps this was a mistake. We should just offer their souls to save the demons already. I'm somewhat considering that, if I'm being honest, says the Scurry.
Our souls already belong to the Legion.
No, your soul belongs to the person who you promised it to. This necromancer.
I don't remember ever doing that.
You told me you did. Yes, not even.
No,
you told-
she can have my body, not my soul.
Well, technically, the spell might... Well, I guess it's too late. The contract's already signed. The spells may affect, damage even, your soul. Yeah. Might
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm not gonna die anyway. I'm immortal.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you alright,
Who are you asking?
Satya?
Been better, she winces.
You know what? I'll happily sacrifice these people's souls to the Legion. Apart from Tamal, he can stay.
From what I'm understanding, this Tomo is the only one unaffiliated with the Legion that we can perhaps sacrifice the easiest.
Oh,
No. Tamal knows the secrets of the Ethereum. He's very important to us.
I mean, when I use my stand, did that not apply on Tamal as being a member of the Silver Mane?
I guess I'll let you...
it's on them to assume, I guess.
I will let you decide. The reason I more or less decided not to is because Tomo was introduced as sort of like... Basically, from the Blood Oath's point of view, there's two groups that they just teleported in. There's the Lyri Tomo Myrna group, and then there's the Benjamin Bladebeard Satya group. If that makes sense.
Oh, I guess I'll just explain. Tamal is with us. He's my crewman. He's also working with the Legion.
Hail Sargeras.
You don't have to. You're fine as it is, Tamal. You don't need to go along with these people's lying.
I don't. Okay, to be perfectly frank, I'm horribly confused, and I would very much rather not be sacrificed.
And you would be, because you know important things about the Ethereals that are priceless. So
all right. If we're not sacrificing the Ethereal, says Oskori while face palming, then what are we doing?
I guess we'll just have to sacrifice the dwarf, the necromancer, and the human then. Sigh.
Really? Oh, by the way, I have the reply.
If they are part of the Legion, that would be a horrible thing to do. Go ahead, Thompshire. Do let me know what your reply is.
In a bit of a predicament now, potentially held hostage by evil Legion Blood Elves, Sun Fury, I believe.
Okay. Can you type that in chat, please? Thank you very much. Okay. And you send that back to Kyrie. As for the conversation at hand, Oskori will say, all right, so is our only option attempting to disguise the skull? Are we confident that such a spell might pass the inspection of a demon lord?
Well, I just want to mention that I've been talking with this skull for quite a while now, and it wants a body. If perhaps it could get the body of, I don't know, some high-ranking official in the area, maybe said demon lord, then I'm sure that my good old friend would very much decide to use his newfound power and authority to leave us alone and give us a bit of leeway.
I don't think you understand who we are dealing with. This may be something of a backwater to the Burning Legion, but it is still a Burning Legion invasion.
And, you know, this skull could, I don't know, leave some of that pressure. I mean, I've talked to him for a while. He's held his promises to me.
I'm not questioning the skull's integrity. I'm questioning whether we have any chance whatsoever of opposing the Burning Legion. The better question would be, says this is the male mage speaking at the moment. The better question would be, why even attempt to oppose the Burning Legion? I say turn these liars over. You will do no such thing. Not to this one, indicating Lyri.
Lyri just shuts up, seeing that she's been given an out, and stays silent.
We can just ask for Buhd. I mean, he's more useful on our side, helping in Stormwind, than being a prisoner.
I already asked for your acquaintance. The Gaskaruk is unwilling to hand him over unless it's in exchange for something, and the more we delay, the angrier he gets. He is not known for his patience. I believe he said Buhd has, at this point, what was it? I believe he said Buhd has, at this point, would be an hour to live if we don't make up our mind.
Benjamin, this is your fault.
What?
From now on, I'm the leader of this little ragtag crew. Apart from you, of course, Lyri kind of indicates the group of widows.
They stare at you.
You will do whatever you
I'm gonna toss you off the Nether Storm at some point, I swear.
You led people into this horrible hellhole. Do you think they really could survive him?
Well, that's funny coming from you, who got enslaved to a warlock or whatever.
Please. We'll figure that out later.
So are we going through with the disguise attempt and hoping for the best? I still vote for sacrificing the milady, and I still say that that is not an option.
Lyri grits her teeth and glares at Benjamin, Bladebeard, and Teeironor.
Teeironor glares back.
Teeironor, I'm gonna use my advice stunt, because I can't really think of anything. The one that lets me talk with the thing in my head. Like, yo, what else could we do for the Legion in exchange for Buhd? Instead of tricking them with this damn skull. What do they want? What could they want in exchange for Buhd?
Slaughter and fellfire are the ways of disorder, but deception and infiltration are another path to victory as well. They are struggling against an enemy. Assist them by pretending you are that enemy's friend.
What? Let me think about that for a second. Nope. I have no idea what he meant. Alright.
Sure.
So wait, Legion is struggling against the enemy, and we should pretend to be the friend of that enemy?
Well,
What?
there's a. You can think of it as there being a bunch more steps involved, but that's the general idea.
I mean, if he said that we can help them fight an enemy, that would make more sense than to pretend to be friends with the enemy. I don't know. All right,
More important than like the pretend to be friends with the enemy is the second part of what I said about deception and like infiltration and such.
Oh, Oh, I get it. Maybe they have an enemy that we could easily trick into believing us that we are their friends.
That's
I
one way.
guess.
That's one way to think about it.
So we can offer ourselves to the Legion and say like, "Yo, you're fighting against, I don't know, Shattrack City," and they trust humans and dwarves and ogres. We can help you with that.
I believe I have said enough.
All right.
Well, feel free to you can obviously discuss this with like the other players above board, but yeah, or in character, up to you.
Well, all right. If we don't really have any like item to give to the Legion, we can offer to aid them in exchange for Buhd.
They already do that, though.
Well, maybe we can aid them in ways Blood Elves can't.
All right, says Oscuri.
What do you mean? We have business. We have to help these people. Why would the Sun Fury accept you people who they just saved from dragons to go help the Legion instead of them?
Lady Blood Elf with knife.
She's staring at you. She's staring at you.
Is there a name or a title I should refer?
Lady Oscuri is good enough.
All right, Lady Oscuri, Captain Bladebeard, by the way. Do you have an idea who the Legion is currently fighting against here?
As I mentioned, I think they're currently assaulting Consortium Ecodome. That's what's kept them busy, too busy to assist us on the Ethereum front. Of course, there's also Area 52 nearby and the infiltrators from Shattrack City, but...
You know, the longer we take to rescue those ogres, the more they're going to be, you know... Lyri kind of points to her head. Fucked up. So, if you really want to run around doing errands for the Burning Legion instead of helping us Sun Fury friends or those ogres of yours, then go be my guest.
Can you maybe like tell your Legion allies that we are also the allies of the Legion and that we are willing to aid them in defeating the Nexus Lord if we get to keep the ogres and bring them back to Stormwind so they can serve the Legion there?
I hate to admit that Lyri is right now, but if we just play servant to the Legion, the ogres will all be gone by the time we reach it.
Well, all this Skoll needs is a few people to help with the disguising spell. You know, my plan isn't half bad.
I'm trying to make friends. You're trying to make enemies, Lyri.
I'm trying to put a friend in a high place.
I'll be frank, we can probably disguise the skull well enough that it probably might fool initial inspection, probably even a second look, but eventually it will be noticed.
Then we nip it in the bud right now. As soon as he has a little peek, we just crack his head open and let the skull do its thing.
We are not about to sever our ties with the Legion, says the mage.
Well, we wouldn't be. Once the Skoll has control of the body, then the Legion in this area will be in our pocket.
If the Legion recognizes that something is wrong with their field commander, they will send another and investigate what happened, says Ascori.
And give you time to get ready. I mean, I'm fine either way, but I'm just concerned about the ogres because some people seem like they aren't.
Our main concern is the ethereal threat, not your ogres. This whole ogre negotiation is just a favor for you people.
I wasn't talking about you people. I was talking about them.
Time is ticking, so what am I to tell the demon commander?
Benjamin, come on, agree with me. Let's do what must be done, Benjamin.
Well, I hate to admit it, but out of the two horrible plans, yours is the least horrible one.
Lyri will nod her head in agreement. And if you don't agree, then we can sacrifice you to the demons.
Alright, let's fool the Legion and give them the fake skull.
This is a horrible idea, says the mage. Milady, I really think we should. Ascori raises a hand and says, "You will keep silent." Very well. If that's what we are going to convey to the Legion, then I suppose we will see how it goes. And above board, should we check up on Buhd?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's the end of my turn.
We are out of initiative order.
Yeah.
Skoll, are you with us? Skoll?
He's typing in Discord. Mic problems.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that also gives me a little bit of time to prepare all the things, but Skoll, whenever you can make yourself known, for lack of a better word, do talk, I suppose. All right.
I think it's good now.
Yeah, I can, and we can hear you well. All right. So, Skoll, Buhd rather, you are currently in the Burning Legion camp, toiling away, carrying cannonballs for their fell cannons. I'll just briefly put it on screen. What's up, real brief? What's going on with Buhd at the moment?
He's in a lot of pain, but he believes his friends will pull through somehow, even if they're taking a very long time. But I guess he's used to that by now.
Sure. Yeah. I think at one point you will hear someone say to you, "Hey, ogre! Over here, ogre!"
What?
What are you doing in this place, ogre?
Who dared? You another ancestor?
It's a lighter voice above board. No, what? No, what are you doing in Netherstorm, ogre?
Come to save ogres. Been kidnapped. Now crushed by demons and, am here.
What? Explain.
My people were taken by mummy men, and I came to rescue them, but got separated from friends, and then Fell Reavers chased me, and, they get me.
Okay. Do you have a way of getting inside the Echo Dome? Points. Well, not points because you don't see who's talking. My bad.
I try and it play music and not respond to Buhd.
Look behind you. And if you're to look behind you, you will see this goblin sneaking about.
Oh, where you come from?
Don't call attention to me. I followed you here. Saw you hanging out with that Ephemeral. Wanted to see what's up, and then the Burning Legion got you. Look, I'm from Area 52. We don't like the Legion, but we don't like the Ephemerals either. If you got a way in to get to the Echo Dome, I can help you escape.
A way into the Echo Dome, but I tried that earlier and it no work.
I got a contact on the inside, but just that isn't really enough for them to open their doors, if you know what I'm saying. Do you have something that might interest them?
I have a fancy hat.
No, like information or like assistance or like anything like that?
Information. I have information on evil ethereals in place that are up to no good.
All right. That's good. Do you think that might be enough to interest those ethereals? Points at the Echo Dome.
Maybe. Tamal seemed very upset about it, but he not here right now, so
Who's that?
it'll probably work out. Oh, he was on Team Evil Mummy Men, and then he became good. But he was worried that the ethereals would get mad.
Okay. Do you know where this small person might be?
No, he get away. But glad he okay though, I think. Unless he get attacked by ethereals.
Correct.
Gunwalkers.
That makes our job harder. All right. Well, okay. Are you good at sneaking, Buhd?
No.
She says Buhd as in buddy, not your name, by the way.
No, I'm terrible at sneaking.
Shit. Well, I've got an invisibility field, but that won't really cover you. Do you have any way of hiding yourself better?
A purple, maybe that help.
A little, but not that much. Because we got to sneak our way through the front lines. There's no other way to get from the camp to the Echo Dome. So are you? Look, I've got a field that can hide you temporarily, but not all the way. Do you like, if you're not good at sneaking, can you like punch your way through at least?
Maybe, but I'm not in best state. Yeah, crushed really bad. Hurts a lot.
Well, are you up for it, or are you just gonna give up?
I never give up.
All right, so look, if we get caught, we're probably gonna die. I'm good at sneaking, but I'm not super good at sneaking two people.
Well, my friends might save me.
Who's your friends?
Oh, they are a dwarf, and a human. I think he's a rogue. I never asked him that. Oh, anyways, he's very sneaky and very smart. And a necromancer lady. She kind of scary, but she kind of nice too. And maybe Lyri's there. I don't know. She kind of in and out of places a lot lately.
Who's Lyri?
She a blood elf. She's really sneaky too.
Okay.
All of my friends are really sneaky, but not Buhd.
Okay, are you guys like from Shattrath City or something?
Oh, we come from Booty Bay, but we also come from Stormwind.
What's that?
Stormwind?
That and Booty Bay too.
Booty Bay is a goblin, little town that is by water, and, Stormwind is Human City.
Oh yeah, Booty Bay. Right. Well, are you up for it? Are you up for sneaking away? I mean, I think it's doable, but I leave it up to you.
Let me consult ancestors.
Do what now?
Lately, ghosts of my ancestors have been appearing to Buhd and giving me good advice.
Okay, above board, obviously, as we mentioned, Buhd can voluntarily consult his quote-unquote ancestors. Which of the three you have met would you like to talk to? There's also the fourth one that you haven't met yet that you can call upon.
Well, let's try the fourth one.
Okay, give me a second, please. Okay, yeah. You feel the ground tremble around you, and as you turn around, you think, "Oh God, is it another fell reef or anything?" But no, it is actually, as I find where I put the damn thing. Yeah, all of a sudden, from around like one of the Burning Legion artillery pieces, walks this ogre, and well, you're not quite sure initially, but could that really be Marmarok the Strong, your grandmother's cousin, the legendary warrior?
Oh, legendary warrior. Be here now.
Yeah, and he walks up to you, and well, not up to you. He bumps into a fell cannon first, and then says sorry, and then turns to you and says, "That you, Moarg?"
Yes, it me.
Why you here? Why you not smash your way out?
I try that, but I've been wounded pretty bad.
Give me a clever to see if it will give you good or bad advice. Important for warrior to rest. And then, after rest, smash harder.
Rest. Okay. Rest good. That sounds like good plan.
Who you talking to?
Oh, Marmarok the Strong. He, Grandma's cousin. Very strong ogre.
What?
I think only Buhd can see you.
Me very strong. They not realize that they in presence of big muscle. Listen, important, rest, then smash. Smash good.
Okay, Grandma's cousin.
Me go smash demons on other side of battlefield now, okay?
Okay.
And he turns around and stomps in another direction and like apparently walks through a Gnark, but that doesn't make sense because he's supposed to be there. But yeah, and eventually, like if you were to look away then and then look back, Marmarok would be gone. Above board, out of the possible ancestors, I think this one had the most useless advice, even if good one.
Okay, ancestors say I should rest, before fighting again.
How you gonna rest? They've been putting you to work like a dog.
Oh, that's a good point. Crop baskets.
Shit. He takes a few steps back as the Moarg overseer comes to yell at you something in demonic, probably about how you're slacking.
Okay, I'm getting back to work.
And you continue picking up the flaming hot cannonballs to load the cannons with, and you hear the goblin's voice say, "Look, if you ever change your mind, just, I don't know, groan out in pain, and I'll know it's you." Well, shit, actually that might not work so well. Yell out a word. I don't know. Let's come up with a code word.
Pumpkin.
All right, yell out pumpkin, and I'll know that you've changed your mind. All right, pal?
Okay. Things get dicey. We tried that.
All right. And yeah, you wouldn't even see the goblin sneak away, but you would get the inkling that they have.
Okay.
I may have been referring to the goblin as a he accidentally, but it is a she. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you continue working like in these horrible conditions? You will not be allowed to like rest, honestly.
I think Bud doesn't really have a choice at this point, so probably.
Sure. And after probably like half an hour, maybe even a little bit more, you will be approached by your very good friend. Let me put them on screen. Gosh Korok, which you didn't know the name of before, so my bad for that. And he approaches you and says, "How goes the military operation, creature?"
Cannon is loaded.
Not quickly enough. This cannon front has been stalling all the while. You're useless.
Well, if you let Bud get better, Bud will load better.
He'll kick you. You do not make requests here, creature. Although, I have good news for you. Your allies have paid a sufficient ransom for your release.
Oh, that's good.
Varrock, and you will see someone approach you, Bud, namely this demon. And as it approaches, Gosh Korok says, "Are you familiar with Inquisitors, creature?"
No.
Then you will be soon enough. Okay. Skoll, we are going to enter initiative order. You will go first, and then the Inquisitor.
Okay.
Above board, I will only say that the Inquisitor's goal for this fight isn't to kill you.
Alright.
You're first.
I'm not really sure, the context here, because, is it trying to hurt Bud?
I don't think I can tell you that.
Alright.
Unless you decide to concede.
I guess,
I would say it looks very menacing, and it like hovers in your direction, like without seeming like it intends to stop.
I will have, I guess, Bud, view this, lovely creature's aspects then by studying him.
Sure. give me... Well, before you roll, it'll be difficulty 2 for its high concept, 4 for its tertiary, and its trouble, I suppose.
What should I roll?
Careful. So you can learn its high concept unless you'd like to spend fate points.
I'll learn its high concept.
It is an insidious burning legion inquisitor, and you would know that term because Gashkarok just said it to you.
That's all Bud knows.
That is all Bud knows, but you do get a free invoke on it.
Alright. That's something, I guess.
Okay, while I type that in... It will come up to you and like probably like caress your face with its hands. It feels burning hot to the touch if you would allow it. And it will say, "Do you know what us Inquisitors do, creature?"
No.
Normally we are adept in extracting information, but in this case I think we have another use for you. Varrock will attempt to invade your mind, to basically mind control you. How do you defend yourself?
I'm not sure if Bud can really resist him because he assumes that he'll just get attacked by the other guy. He can't punch his way out, I imagine.
Maybe he believes so much in his delusions of his ancestors that it helps him resist it or something.
Yeah, the ancestors will protect.
Yeah, maybe the ancestors are because Bud's been hit so hard that the Inquisitor starts seeing the ghost. That's interesting. So maybe the ghosts fight on Bud's behalf.
That sounds like a flashy or clever defense, if I'm being honest.
Why not? Why not clever? Let's see. Flash? No, flash. My flashy is better. Although I could use my for the moment situations, Bud can recall his past and regain his intelligence +2 is clever. Yeah, I'll use my stun
Sure.
with this. So the warlord remains with the ghost fighting on Bud's behalf.
Sure.
So his ancestors will appear and attack the Inquisitor to defend Bud. Alright, I will do clever then.
Please? Okay, you successfully defend yourself. What happens is the Inquisitor, as it's like caressing your face with its hand almost like enters your face, not like stabbing you, but almost like what's the word for like when a ghost passing through you, pretty much. But
I know you.
Yeah, you feel this intense amount of pain, and you start hearing the Inquisitor's thoughts in your mind. Well, rather, its threats. But before it can get any far, you see like a hand grab the Inquisitor, and it is which one of your ancestors?
Oh man, I should write these down.
Imperator, Archer Dude, Rogue, or Smashy Guy?
Let's go with the Imperator. He's been pretty mean to Bud. Let's give him something nice to do.
Sure. So like the Imperator grabs the Inquisitor by the arm, and the Inquisitor looks at the Imperator in shock, and the Imperator says, "You will not touch my scion, fiend." And the Imperator throws the Inquisitor back, and the Inquisitor just like stumbles midair, and it says, "You're more interesting than I thought." And the Gyardar says, "What's the matter, Inquisitor?" "Nothing, Master, just a stubborn individual. We'll make it quick already, the trade is underway." Your turn, Bud.
What is that? Oh. Oh.
Just submit
Ancestor?
and make this quick, says Gashkorok. And the Imperator next to you says, fight it, Moark. It's trying to take control of your mind.
Oh. No want my mind taken.
Fight back. Stand up.
Oh, okay. Yes. And Bud will slowly stand up.
Sure, but what does Buhd do in terms of game mechanics as it is his turn?
I think he'll glare at the Inquisitor and I guess try to fight back against this mentally again.
How so?
Like not hitting the Inquisitor, but like I guess focusing.
Okay. Sounds forceful to me because you're like fortifying your sort of mental defenses. Forceful or clever, I guess, but your stunt wouldn't apply in this case. So you probably want to roll forceful, but are you trying to quote-unquote attack or create an advantage?
I mean, he's not hitting the Inquisitor.
Sure.
But does it count as an attack?
It can, because its goal is to take over your mind, not to kill you. And your goal can be to resist that.
Okay. Alright, then Bud's just trying to resist. He's not really... Yeah.
So, attack or advantage?
I guess technically it's an attack then.
Okay, give me a forceful. Your body and soul will be mine, as it, once again, makes almost like a lunge for you, attempting to grab your face with its hands.
Ugh. Get away from Bud.
How does Buhd defend himself?
I think he'd ask for further aid from his ancestors again.
Which one?
The archer dude. I like him.
Okay, give me clever with your stunt applying then.
Oh no. I'm gonna do a reroll.
What are you invoking?
I will invoke former warlord Amnesia. Because he is so entangled by his memories of being a warlord with his ancestor ogres.
Sure. You're using it to give yourself +2 or to reroll?
Reroll.
Give me a reroll. That's 6. That's still a point of damage, which would be enough to defeat you.
I will use a fate point to add a 2 on there.
Okay, what are you invoking?
I will invoke... Pirate Captain. He doesn't want his crewmates to lose their Pirate Captain friend to being corrupted by this demon.
Sure. Alright. You resist, although with great difficulty this time. You feel yourself getting worn down. And again, the Inquisitor makes a lunge for you, and almost out of nowhere you see it like get hit by an arrow, and both you and the Inquisitor turn to look, and you see what's his name again? Give me a second. Crook the Slayer, as he gives you a nod, Buhd, and says, "Told you I had the shot lined up." And the Inquisitor like pulls the arrow out and says, "You're definitely an interesting fellow." Gashkorok says, "What's with these theatrics, Inquisitor? Finish the task I've set you on already. In due time, Master. In due time, some processes cannot be rushed." Your turn, Buhd.
I am no slave. My mind is temple.
your mind will break to serve the Legion soon enough.
No.
What are you doing above board in terms of game mechanics?
Maybe, I don't know how possible this... I would imagine it would be, because they've been hitting him, technically. Buhd, calling upon his ancestors to, pummel the, Inquisitor on his behalf.
Which ancestor? Again, there's Sneaky Guy, Archer Guy, Imperator, and Smashy Guy.
Let's go with Smashy Guy. He's new.
Okay. That can be either a clever attack with your stunt applying or a forceful attack. I'm leaning more towards forceful, but I leave it up to you.
Go with forceful, since that ogre itself is forceful.
Sure. Give me a forceful. Yeah. All of a sudden you hear this bellowing roar, and the Inquisitor turns around confused, and suddenly from behind it you see this gigantic maw of marmor rock just coming down and smashing the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor drops down to the ground and then slowly lifts himself back up, and marmor rock tells you, "Keep fighting, Moarg." And Gashgarok says, "What on the name of Sargeras are you doing? Finish him already, Inquisitor." Above board, only you and the Inquisitor see these ghosts, so this is a bit of a spectacle to the Erodar.
Yeah.
The Inquisitor says, "Pesky fool, just let me into your mind already," as it tries to once again lunge for you.
No.
How do you defend yourself?
Again, he would call out to his ancestor to help defend him. I think this time it would be the sneaky dude.
Okay. How does sneaky dude defend? Let me think for a little bit. Okay. Give me sneaky or clever with the stunt applying.
I'm gonna go with clever.
Sure. Not quite.
Let's see, how much does it do? It gives me a +2. So if I get another fate, yeah, I'm gonna use another fate point then.
What are you invoking? Do also remember you also have the Inquisitor's high concept that you can invoke.
Yeah. This is defending, right?
Yeah, I mean you can still invoke it.
Alright. I'm gonna save the invoke for when I hit him. Again, former warlord, probably. If I could, I think I can do that if I remember correctly.
Makes sense. Yeah. What happens to you? You suddenly hear the familiar giggle of Kaibutsu, and all of a sudden, like, you know how kids hide by like covering themselves under like a blanket or something. All of a sudden, you are covered in a blanket as the Inquisitor lunges at you, and a second later, Kaibutsu giggles again and pulls the blanket out of from your eyes, and the Inquisitor is behind you, having launched himself into a bunch of rocks. And Kaibutsu says, "He made you disappear for a second. Me sneaky smashy smart rogue is."
You do it.
"What are you doing, you fool?" says Gashgarok. Your turn.
Buhd will try to get all of his ancestors to join in together now and bash the Inquisitor.
Forceful or clever with stunt? Leave it up to you.
Forceful. With well, we'll see what the number is if I can do that.
tie means you get an advantage.
Suppose it wouldn't do a lot of damage if I add the one aspect.
You've already sorry, you've dealt 1 point of damage, I think, to it.
Yeah, I'll save the aspect then. I'll take the advantage then.
What would you like it to be called?
Let's call it Ogre Gathering.
Sure thing. Yeah, all of your ancestors like suddenly rush the Inquisitor while it's down, and they all lift up their weapons, or in the case of the Imperator, his magic to finish him off. But the Inquisitor like slips off almost like a snake through their grasp, and on its turn will lunge for you after having just slipped through their grasp again. How do you defend yourself?
Buhd will continue to I know it's very repeating stuff, I guess, but he will continue to ask for aid from his ancestors to help him.
One? Which one?
Have we used all of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to the Imperator then.
Sure. Give me clever with stunt applying. I could also see forceful.
Okay.
Okay. So the Inquisitor charges at you and is suddenly hit by a wall of arcane magic that launches it back like several tens of feet. And yeah, you see the Imperator next to you having just cast a spell, lowering the armaments and letting out a harumph. And the Eredar just like looks confused between you and the Inquisitor, and then back at you, and then back at the Inquisitor, like not sure what's going on. With that big of a difference, you create an advantage. What would you like it to be called?
We'll call it Bewilderment. I think that sounds cool.
Sure, it is your turn.
You get out of Buhd's head.
I will have your mind one way or another.
Get him, ancestors. Get him out of Buhd's head. And Buhd will ask his ancestors again to pummel the Inquisitor.
Once again, either clever with advantage, with a stunt, or forceful. You gain another advantage.
Yeah, we'll use one of the advantage. If I can use one of the advantages to boost
Sure.
that attack.
You can, yeah. Which one?
Right, which one do we got? We've got. We'll do Ogre Gathering.
Sure.
If Skoll uses another one, he has to take a consequence, right?
Yep.
Skoll?
What's that?
I'm saying that if you use another advantage or invoke his aspect, that you would inflict the consequence.
Yeah, sure. We can do that. I like that idea.
Okay. Sure thing. What the Inquisitor will take its level 2 consequence. What would you like it to be called?
How about Headache?
Sure. Okay. Okay. And you get a free invoke on it. You see... Sorry. Still a little bit sick. Give me a moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, you see your ancestors once again gather up their powers to smash the Inquisitor while it's down, and this time they succeed, dealing quite a bit of damage to it as it rises up. You can see that it's hurt this time, and the Eredar just looks absolutely bewildered at what's happening. And the Inquisitor will make one more lunge for you. How do you defend yourself?
I mean, I'm probably just gonna keep saying the same thing of Buhd having his ancestors team up in terms of getting him to safety or protecting.
Do you have one in particular, or more of a group effort?
Let's keep it a group effort now, since they're all here now.
Okay, give me once again force or clever with your stunt. Okay, yeah, the Inquisitor lunges for you, but is stopped by the wall of arcane magic and smashed by Marmorok Small, hit by Kuruk's arrow, and probably probably gets like a banana peel on its head from Kaibutsu. Okay, it is your turn.
Buhd will I don't know how physically possible it is, but he will try to picture himself as Moarg to appear to help out in fighting against this Inquisitor now, if that's possible.
Sounds like creating a clever advantage with your stunt applying.
Sure.
Sure, please roll. Yeah, and sorry, you get your advantage and 2 invokes on it, like 2 instants upon it, and like you, instead of like your pirate clothing and your cannon, you see Moarg's armor pop up on you, and as well as probably your old war maul where your sword would usually be. What's your advantage called?
Let's call this Buhd's Last Stand.
Sure.
Like that name.
Sure thing. And you get 2 invokes on it. The Inquisitor, once again, rising.
Sorry, can I try something?
Okay.
Can I maybe compel the Inquisitor to, instead of attacking Buhd on this turn, he'll spend his turn apologizing to his boss because he's taking a bit of time.
Okay, sure. I'll accept that compel, and I now have 2 fate points for this scene. Okay. The Inquisitor floats up from once again the barrage of mental assaults, and to you, Buhd, it seems like it has arrows sticking out of it and it's pummeled to bits, and the arrow dart is just staring at the thing, and the Inquisitor bows its head and says, "Master, please, I sincerely apologize. I just require more time." The arrow dart says, "We do not have time. Possess him now already. Why are you bleeding?" "I will, Master. I will. Just please spare me. I will finish the job already." So the Inquisitor will skip its turn, but it's your turn again.
I don't know how possible this is either, but it's an idea I have. Morg, you are me, and I am you. Take my cannon. Let's finish this.
Are you using your stunt to attack the Inquisitor?
Yeah, mentally.
Mentally, okay, that's an important detail. Okay. Give me a forceful and I'll give you a +8 bonus.
Alright. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How do you kill
This is
this
just
Inquisitor?
so much,
How do you kill this Inquisitor?
I think Moarg would take the cannon. You're different from me, Buhd. But I will rid this filth from our mind. And Moarg will fire the cannon at this Inquisitor with I guess the ancestors cheering Moarg and Buhd on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They will get rid of this Inquisitor from the mine.
Yeah, definitely. And you instantly hit the Inquisitor as it screams out in pain, and also because you got a critical hit on that attack. You actually killed the Inquisitor in real life, funnily enough. And so what happens is this Inquisitor is groveling before the Eredar, then it like looks panicked in your direction, and this is like what's happening to an outside observer. It looks panicked in your direction and then out of nowhere just dies. And it's like Inquisitor Eye falls to the Eredar at the Eredar's feet, and the Eredar just looks at you in absolute shock.
Bud's mind is not place for peekers.
Clearly not. And the Eredar steps and crushes the Inquisitor's eye, and he says, his punishment in Antorus will be most severe. Very well then. I suppose I should be happy with this result. I still get the better end of the bargain. Come, Ogre, we are to meet your friends.
Okay. And Buhd will smile at Moarg and his ancestors as they fade out, I guess.
Yeah, they would fade out. This conflict took place in your mind, and I definitely was not expecting you to kill this Inquisitor.
Me either.
Well done.
I like this though. This is cool.
Well done. Well done either way. And good on you for thinking of that defense. Okay. But what will happen is you will the Eredar will beckon you to follow him, and then the Eredar, joined by 2 Doomguard bodyguards, will make the motion to teleport somewhere else and drag you along with him. Would you allow that to happen, or would you say something, do something? The Eredar will not speak to you anymore, and all it says will be in demonic.
Buhd has faith in his friends, so he is gonna go along. I guess he would like look behind him for a moment to see if the goblin was there, and like if it was, he'd give us very brief thumbs up.
Give me a careful.
Okay. Careful or clever? Sorry.
Careful. You do see probably like a goblin ear poking from behind a cannon. Okay. So, you shall be teleported to the meeting site with everyone else. So, shall we switch over to that scene?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a quick second. Yeah. Everyone? Well, actually, what is everyone doing while this was happening, like in the final few minutes before the demons come in? Oscuri would let you guys know that, the demons will be arriving in a couple minutes from now or whatever.
I guess Lyri would be ready to do what needs to be done according to whatever the Skoll says, so she's preparing herself mentally for that.
The Skoll will say, well, if the demons are coming now, we should get started with the spell sooner rather than later, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I meant more about the spell, please.
Oscuri will sigh and indicate for the male mage to do the honors, and the mage will say, this is a mistake, milady. You will follow your orders, Falfian. And the mage grunts and then would come up to perform the spell on the skull.
I promise this will work out just fine.
He gives you a nasty look. But yeah, above board, the skull will tell you, I need to converse with the elf to give him precise instructions. And you do see like the elf what's the word for recoil a little bit as it looks as if it was shocked by something, and you can probably tell that it is conversing with the skull.
I won't let the skull be because it's probably knows what it's doing or something.
Where is the skull? Are you like holding it in your hand?
I'm holding it in my hands at this point.
Sure. After a couple of seconds, with a very unhappy look, Falfian will cast the transmogrification spell, and the skull will like enlarge and definitely turn more ogre shaped. And you hear it giggle in your mind, Lyri, and say, yes, I think this will do.
Mm-hmm. And if I need to knock out this demon, are you prepared to assist me in that scenario? Give me a little heads up on it. Spells my way.
Yes, that will probably be for the best.
Good.
What's Benjamin and Bladebeard? What are Benjamin and Bladebeard doing?
At this point, like, Benjamin doesn't really want to do anything, not to gather more suspicion from essentially everyone.
Okay. Bladebeard, you'll be... Well, first off, what are you doing?
I don't know. Standing around. Not really waiting for the demons to appear.
Satea will walk up next to you and say, What was that flash of light?
Which one?
Before we teleported?
Magics, I believe.
Before we teleported, the magic you picked up something from your bag?
Oh, I pulled a card.
Oh, can I do it too?
Right now?
Well, I guess after the trade is done.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. She smiles at you. And, a few moments later, you will see a fell portal open, and through it will walk Goshkrok, the Eradar, followed by Buhd, and then 2 Doom Guards.
What'd you think about this buddy?
That might be a bit above my power level.
What? But
It's an Eradar lord. I'm not Gul'dan, you know.
what do you expect to do? Just hand you over?
What other choice do we have?
But surely that isn't. What will happen to you? We made a promise.
I think I'll be fine. These demons would surely treat me better than the necromancer, but as for our promise, I'll try to possess a lesser demon while I'm in its employ or something.
Okay, just will my sending spell work if I know you as a skull, or?
It should, yes.
Okay.
The soul is the same.
I'll check in on you in a bit.
Very well.
Make sure they're treating you fine.
Yeah. So the Eradar will emerge from the portal and will take in the lot of you, and will turn to Benjamin and Bladebeard and say, I have your ogre, hand over the artifact.
Lyri will step in front of them and I guess show in our hands the skull.
Ah, so I guess we don't need to. We don't need to hand the ogre over. Skoll, you should have said. You should have said that you already have the artifact in your possession. We're just wasting time here. Hand it over, girl.
The ogre first, please.
He looks at you, narrows his eyes, and then turns to Skoll and says, Skoll, if you already had the artifact in your possession, what's the point of this entire game? And Skoll will say, she is with their group, your lordship. Is she now?
Lyri will nod her head.
Who are you?
My name is Lyri Roseguard. Lyri will salute.
What is your purpose here, you and your companions?
We need to deal with some ethereals. They took friends of that ogre, and we lost that ogre in the process of trying to help the friends. It's a mess.
He said as much as well. Tell me, what is this ogre worth to you?
This ogre is a compatriot and companion of mine. We fought many a battle together. I value his life quite highly.
And I do not value being toyed around, delayed, and then renegotiated with. I am leading an invasion here, mortal.
Alright, sorry.
Hand over the artifact.
Lyri will just kind of sheepishly hand over the artifact.
Okay. Skoll will shoot you a look like a slightly panicked look. Do you still do it?
The skull? Of course I do. That's what we agreed on.
Sure. The Eredar takes the skull, inspects it, and let me roll the Eredar's careful. Yes, this truly seems to be the skull of that legendary ogre. Have you ever heard of a legendary ogre before? Now, as he clutches the skull, why should I hand over the ogre to you?
You made a promise.
This is the Burning Legion, fool.
Lyri will try and grab him and mana tap him.
The demon?
Oh god.
Yeah?
Is Lyri gonna turn into Demon Hunter?
No, just a little love tap to get his attention, you know.
I don't know, maybe I could like compel you to, take a bit more.
I will remind you, Lyri, that sure you can mana tap him, but that mainly works on objects or weakened people.
Oh yeah, well, I don't want to damage him. I just want to give him a little push. Say, hey, don't do that.
Well, let's see if you do it, or if you succeed first. Give me a sneaky versus his careful. With that roll, you would make a lunge for him, but he would backhand you.
Damn. Hey!
I suppose not all fire has been lost from you.
Give the skull back if you're not going to give the ogre. Come on.
Why should I?
Because I told you to.
And I could incinerate you all at this very moment.
Go ahead, then. I'd like to see you try.
Please don't do that, Mr. Demon. We are servants of the Burning Legion as well, and we could really use that ogre in our mission.
What is your purpose in the Burning Legion, if you speak the truth?
We are to prepare the Kingdom of Stormwind for the Legion's arrival.
Give me a sneaky.
Shit.
It's okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. You got a critical hit. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Skoll's typing.
I just need to be right back real quick.
Okay. Okay. Then the demon would pause for a moment and say, "Who do you work for? Who's your commander?"
I am not yet worthy to know his name.
We work
No.
under this group called the Silver Mane.
Yeah, this is Satya speaking. Have you heard of what's his word? Of Clovis before? Or of Tolfafar? Deardar just stares at her.
Hey, I think Andor is above them.
Wasn't there? I mean, one of them is a no.
I can show you an image of the demon we serve. I do not know his name.
Then
He
show
likes to
me.
be secretive. I'll pull out the hourglass and show him the image of the demon that
The Dreadlord.
no, that the undead pirates work for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember his name. He's a lore character.
Tallgaff, yeah.
Talga,
Oh
yeah,
god.
the one from,
Oh, yeah. Is this the moment you tell your names?
Well, because you roll a critical on your sneaky and you wouldn't know, like ordinary mortals would not know who Talgaff is. If you show that to the Eredar, you clearly see shock and surprise on his face. And then he forces a smile and says, "Well, why didn't you say so from the beginning?" And above board, he would probably shove Buhd to rejoin the rest of the group. Skoll isn't back yet, is he?
No. I'm looking a little shaken there, buddy.
Sorry?
Lyri says that to Buhd, who isn't talking back.
Okay. No, I thought you were... I kind of thought you were saying that to me because I had a coughing fit.
I thought Lyri was saying it to the demon.
I can
Yeah,
say
me
it
too.
once.
Buhd runs up to you guys and says, "Ooh, I missed you guys."
Yeah, we missed you too, buddy.
And we will check back on Buhd more when Skoll gets back. But the demon will say, "So how are these ogres and bringing down the kingdom of Stormwind related?"
Well, they were brought into the city to sow dissent and chaos amongst the citizenry, while our masters work on conjuring a few portals in the vast underground networks beneath the city.
I was not informed that there would be an invasion coming up that soon. Did they? Can any of you give me a careful? Any of you who are like interested in this demon's mannerisms?
I might as well go for it, even though it won't be good. Yep.
DoomGoblin, you remember like that someone said that this is more of a backwater for the Legion, and you can deduce from the demon's reaction that he is kind of afraid of being sidelined, if that makes sense.
Alright.
Well then tell me, what does the master wish?
We are kind of only orders we were giving were to get the ogres and come back to Stormwind, and I guess we'll know what happens next once we complete that task.
And do you know where these ogres are?
They're being kept with the Ethereum.
Somewhere in this purple mess of a place.
I mean, the Ethereum have them.
Aye, Nexus Lord
Karen.
Teeironor.
So the same one the elves have been bugging me to a system about, I take it.
That's convenient.
The very same, my lord, says the scurry. Well, I will tell you what I told the elves. I am willing to assist them in getting rid of this problem, but my forces are tied at the moment in taking care of the consortium. I cannot go around the Echodomes without being outflanked. And teleporting my forces to assist you would leave my front lines weak. So, the way I see it, I can help you if you'd be willing to help me. Welcome back, Skoll. What happened was DoomGoblin mainly convinced the Eredar that everyone here works for Talgath, and the Eredar got scared and surrendered you to the group. So now you're with the rest of the group. And now the Eredar is saying, well, I'd love to help you with dealing with the Ethereals, but I'm kind of dealing with the other Ethereals at the moment, and I'd like you guys to help me. All right?
Okay.
Well, our master's orders are quite the priority. Do we have time to allocate to this?
What I was going to suggest is that we didn't come here to spoil any Legion plans on this world, and I think that if you can't offer aid, we will succeed without it.
Give me a sneaky.
Can I assist because I'm kind of been helping him with this scenario? Give him a +1.
Yes, but I will say that this sneaky isn't for concealing something, but rather for implying something, if that makes sense.
I'm fine with that. It's an 8.
Let me also roll the Eldars. Careful to oppose. Tie.
Maybe I'll use a fate point.
What are you invoking?
What exactly am I doing?
Basically, you're sort of indirectly implying, like you notice that this guy has pretty much major FOMO, for lack of a better term. He is afraid of being sidelined, and you sort of implied, oh yeah, we can do this without you. You can continue on being sidelined, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, then I can read people would probably work here.
Yeah,
Right.
I would agree. You're using that to improve your roll?
Yeah, by 2.
Duly noted. The Eredar looks frustrated and says, I can send you a regiment or so, but not more. Not without you assisting me as well.
Any aid you can spare will be appreciated.
But of course, the Legion have important plans here, so we don't want to be a detriment.
Yes, but of course these plans are important, but if they were to be carried out sooner, then your plans might succeed even sooner as well. Does that make sense above board?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, but you're not replying to him.
So, if I understood correctly, we are agreeing that we are not going to help him, but he's going to send us like a smaller force to help us.
TLDR, the way things stand, he will send a small force to assist you guys. But he's getting like pissy about being left out and is saying, if you help me, because like I'm really tied down, I can send you like my entire army, if that makes sense.
Well,
I just want to get rid of this demon, and I don't want any help if if that can be.
well, our plans need to be prioritized. Our master can't have us dragging our feet, so I don't think we'll be able to assist with those plans of yours, but we appreciate any help you send us.
Of course.
Nonetheless.
Of course. He slightly inclines his head, and he turns to Oskuri and says, have you found Tashik yet? And Oskuri says, no, your lordship. And he frowns for a little and seems about to like say something harsh, but then thinking about your guys' presence will say instead, assist these people, and perhaps that error can be forgotten about, alright? Of course, your lordship. And I think, unless there's anything else, Gosh Korak would step back through the portal. Okay.
Lyri lets out a big sigh of relief.
Well, that went well, I think.
That went shockingly well, says Satya.
You know what? I'm genuinely surprised. I'm not even sure what to say.
Why does that demon look like a Draenei?
Because Draenei are demons.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know what a Draenei even is.
Well, aren't demons sometimes Draenei?
I guess.
They're the same species, says Oskuri. Draenei and Eradar. The male Blood of Mage will say he'll kill all of us once he discovers that deception. Then, Oskuri says, then I suppose we only have a limited amount of time, don't we? And the male mage just glares at her and then says, Lady Oskuri, I sincerely beg you, it's too late now, Falfian.
We could probably use this time to, find something to prepare for that. Maybe just kind of shrugs.
I suppose.
He backhanded me.
You tried to lunge at him.
Yeah. That was a pretty smart trick. Bladebeard.
What was?
Yeah, I mean, you made him leave. You played of his emotions or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He just kind of laughs.
Satya will say to you, Bladebeard, by the way, is that technically the demon I serve, or?
Who?
The one you points at your hourglass.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I mean, I have no idea what his name is, but that is the demon we serve. Aye.
So you serve a demon?
Aye. Like all of us do. We are the Silver Mane.
Oh.
Lyri just
Okay.
kind of shoots a look at Oskuri and the Blood Elves to kind of see if they get in the picture of how fractured this all is.
Oskuri face palms. The male mage just shakes his head disapprovingly. He's clearly very irritated, while the other blood elves just glance around confused.
I told you these people are bad business. But they got us the yoga, so we might as well use all that beef to take down those ethereals,
I suppose so. Well, perhaps we should reconvene at a better location to discuss our plan.
Aye. We could also use a dinner. I'm rather hungry.
I mean, can't Benjamin conjure bread for you?
I mean, I
Spread.
can. Yeah.
And I mean, I can as well, but
Yours is below average.
I think mine's pretty good.
No.
Then let us head for the Mana Forge and discuss items in detail. And Falfian will say, "Are you seriously considering bringing them to? This is your lady's command, Falfian. I suggest you do not. You do not question it again." Myrna will say, "But milady, the project, it is what it is. Come along."
Scurry, speaking of which, is Dracius okay?
We haven't heard of him since he left on the mission with you.
Lyri kind of sighs and puts her head in her hands. Well, let's hope for the best.
Indeed. And I think the two of us also have much to discuss, my dear.
We do indeed. And Lyri shoots her a grin.
She doesn't smile back. She rather seems to have a serious look on her face. And then she turns to like Benjamin Bladebeard, Teeironor, and says, "Well, are you coming?"
Can you walk, bud?
And Buhd, I'm very sorry.
Bud can walk. In not a pain though.
We'll have medics tend to him when we arrive at the Mana Forge.
I am sorry, Bladebeard. I lost your boots.
It's alright. I'll find another. Apparently, I lost only one.
And your pants.
I mean, I'm not the only one without pants here, so I feel a bit more comfortable.
On the topic of clothes, Lyri kind of comes to the realization that, wait a minute, this whole time she's had her Sun Fury tablet in her bag that she just hasn't worn.
Aren't you also like not wearing a shirt because the other one was bloodied and such?
Yeah, so she had an available thing to cover herself up with the whole time, but
being slutty is a normal thing for a blood elf, so...
Wow. Lyri's gonna
the knife lady doesn't wear pants either, so...
Blame Thompshire for that. Sorry.
It's the blood elf way.
Then you are a blood elf this whole time, wow.
Bladebeard is also a slut.
Makes sense. Lyri will follow her friends. So the blood elf is not Benjamin.
Oscuri will say to your group, like including Lyri as well as Benjamin, Bladebeard, and Buhd, there's some new intel I should mention. Some odd ethereals have been spotted.
In what way are they odd?
Filled with void magic.
Yep, they'll be the ones.
More so than the Ethereum we've been used to.
What is the void again?
It's the stuff that damaged my connection to the Sunwell, I'm pretty sure. It's the thing the dagger had, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The dagger talked a lot about void. It's probably the same stuff.
I would think that the prince destroying the Sunwell will be what damaged your connection with it, not the void. But anyway, one of our patrols has gone missing and we found another one slaughtered on the spot. I'm not sure they're interested in taking prisoners anymore.
Well then?
Really, I thought they especially liked prisoners to experiment on.
Well, they used to, but it seems like whatever they have, whatever they wanted, they've got it now, so it's probably not good news. I'm all for slaying a few ethereals if we come across any.
And I will roll on more or less reduced random encounter table to see if anything happens while you guys are heading towards the Mana Forge, right?
Just tell us, is there a possibility of a fell river?
No.
All right.
Maybe we'll find
We are
Dratty.
friends with the Legion now, so.
I ran into many fur rivers. One smashed me up good.
That's the Fell River number.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it fell on that number again, but
You know what? I think I'm leaving.
It's a weighted dice. It's rigged.
Okay, again, it will not happen in this specific instance because you guys are with Legion folk, etc., etc. But no, with that dice, no other random encounter.
But do we narratively come across it, just walking around?
Oh, actually, I should roll. Yeah, I should roll something else. Yeah, give me a second.
Ruh-roh.
That number means I should also roll something else. Give me a second.
And before all the Nether Drakes come, and the ethereals as well. We've been surrounded.
Okay. This is a very interesting one. And, well, it does mean that we'll start next session off with a small boss fight.
Don't know.
And I think it's thematic enough of the discussion you were having. Well, first of all, anyone who is adept in magic, so Benjamin and to a lesser extent Bladebeard, you will feel something wrong nearby, like a disturbance in the force, for lack of a better term, and you guys will also see the blood elves stop in their tracks and inspect the area. Lyri, you feel as if you've been punched in the gut, and you hear a myriad voices scream in your mind, free me, no, kill, slaughter, free us, save us, and various other words of that matter, and it's very, very painful.
Oh no, Lyri collapses to the ground then. In agony.
Sure. And overlooking a hill on your way to the Mana Forge, a creature will come up menacingly, one of these lovely things, as it lunges for your party, and that's where we'll end today's session. Alright with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, but it's still almost dead.
Yep.
No.
Leave me out of this.
But
Leave me out of this.
but just automatically just sits one out.
He had a stand battle, you know.
She did.
It was unironically so cool.
It was.
I was not expecting that to work, but I was happy it did.
That was amazing. I just have
I
to
was-
say
I
that
was
was
like,
so
all
fun
right.
to watch.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so Bud has all these visions he's having of his ancestors appearing. Well, why not use those against the Inquisitor then?
Yeah, and it definitely did the job. Congrats on that. It was very, very unexpected. I was honestly thinking that you'd probably fall over in one hit because of how wounded you are. Above board, the Inquisitor was gonna possess you, and Bud would be 80% in control of his body, but if ever you were to act against the Legion or whatever, there would be trouble. And well, everything you do would also get reported back, if that makes sense.
But
I am glad Bud was able to fight that then.
Mm-hmm.
Bud is too nice of an ogre.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with my compel, but no longer needs to see ghosts.
Okay. I mean,
Oh, is he done seeing ogres?
I mean, them
it was
all
my
coming
compel,
together
but
to save Buhd is like a good thematic endpoint.
I know.
guess.
Oh, I'm just asking because if that's over, it's over. I do like the ending. It's just I'm wondering if it's truly over.
it is DoomGoblin's compel, so it's entirely DoomGoblin's decision. So,
I mean, what do you think, Skoll? I think the whole thing
Oh,
went
no,
full
I'm-
circle, and
I'm happy with the ending. I am
think-
content with that being the goodbye to those ancestors, and he'll remember it, and I'm sure he's gonna bring it up. Like, I mean, he could maybe occasionally be like, "Hey, let me ask my ancestor what he thinks."
He's gonna imagine it in his head.
I feel like he could still do that, but I feel like it's not constant anymore.
you could make a stunt out of it, I guess.
I kind of like that. I might do that.
Yeah, I mean, you have fate points to spare, so
Something
This
to
is
think
true.
about. Something to think about. But
Yeah.
Yeah, this I was genuinely not expecting you guys to wind up strong arming the Legion instead. Well, this Legion commander rather.
we like cooked
It
him.
was
It
fun.
really bad. I felt bad for him.
Yeah. No. We'll discuss this more next session, well, provided you guys survive against that creature. But basically, attacking the Ethereum compound will not be easy. You now have the assistance of the Sun Fury and a tiny portion of Legion forces. We'll discuss in detail next session if that will be enough, or if like the Sun Fury will recommend, hey, we need more allies, etc., etc. Well, there's also the element of chaos of the Nether Dragons, so that will be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah, something to think about.
It just like in the last season, just a bunch of people going at each other, everyone fighting for themselves, demons, undeads, dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll hire a random person from one of the factions. Will be our flagship companion for the next season.
And one person from someone's cast betraying them. Zolgoga, maybe someone else this time with Bladebeard because he pulled the card, etc., etc. I forgot he pulled the card. That's like right at the start.
Yeah, I still need to do some thinking as to the person who betrays you guys, or specifically Bladebeard, but by extension you guys. I will think of someone that will be impactful, if that makes sense.
All right.
Not poor Shalon, anything but Shalon.
Oh God, yeah.
No, don't give him ideas.
No, we should give him ideas because then he'll think that we expect that, and he won't do that because he wants to surprise us.
Hey, does someone have
But then there's like reverse psychology where it's like, oh, no, but if Tino thinks that we think, or we pretend to think that it's someone else, then he'll do it anyway because then it's actually going to be shocking.
Yeah, because we said it, he thinks that we don't think that that person will be, so he'll think differently.
But no, if he thinks we don't think that person will be, then he'll pick that person.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, but like times 2 qubit.
Okay.
And before it's tomorrow, we have to cry and say goodbye to our good friend. And before it's Ataya, and before it's all our party, and before it's Johnny. Let's just get them all out there. Who else are we friends with? The very cool guy with the pink gun, I guess.
Khadgar.
No,
Cat-
the person who will betray us is the Draenei beggar who's at the bottom of the sea.
The weasel betrays us.
I can just imagine, like, the reason Khadgar wasn't very involved in Mr. Pandaria is that he spent the last 2 patches hunting a bunch of adventurers in Outland.
Or cleaning our mess. That's also
Baron
possible.
Baron Rivelgaz is gonna come for Bladebeard.
Oh, I'm...
Seahorn betrays Bladebeard because Bladebeard stole his head.
He doesn't know that.
The ultimate anime arc.
He wants what you've taken from him, Bladebeard.
We will see. We will see. I'll give it a good think. Also, well, again, we'll going a little bit back on topic, and we'll discuss this more in detail next session. There are also other factions in the area that you guys haven't really interacted with, like the traditional good guys, for instance, that may or may not be able to help you.
Shattrap and Aaran.
We are not traditional good guys, so
I mean, Benjamin.
I guess
But
we
is it?
are.
Yeah, we are.
We are the mortals, so we are good guys.
There's Shatraf, well, specifically the Aldor, the Scryers, Area 52, the Consortium. There's some people I will not spoil, and there's some other people I will not spoil. Yeah.
Illidari. I can't wait to ally with a bunch of demon hunters that escaped
I don't
the
think
Burning Crusade.
I don't think I have it in me to be that edgy. To be honest.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Who was the edgiest character so far that you played?
The what's their name again? Sunsearch Twins, maybe?
I mean that
I miss those two.
that Duma like troll ship thing that I killed Bladebeard over is kind of Doomy as well. Just glooming about how much he loves Zolgalga and how much he wants to be with her, whatever. What a
I think that's what we assumed, not what was the fact.
well.
Yeah.
I think we think's right. So
Something to think about, I suppose. I'll look through like list of NPCs and figure out an answer, I suppose, to your question. Nothing comes to mind. Breakbrick was kind of edgy, I guess. The presence in Bladebeard's mind is kind of edgy.
yeah.
Brick was kind of edgy.
Yeah. He
Gartoon, the main bad guy, kinda. He's a death knight.
Not that much. Garrosh was edgy, I guess.
He is Garrosh.
There was that one homophobic guard that was kind of edgy that one time.
It is kind of funny Lyri wasn't here when we had Garrosh as a character.
Yeah.
The Fell River was edgy, I don't know. Oh, Bladebeard's fiance is edgy, I guess.
What's even the
necromancer?
definition of the edgy?
I don't know. Gruswina, kind of edgy.
The cat kind of edgy.
Yeah. Juba kind of edgy. I mean, the man literally fought you guys while missing an arm.
Yeah, he's like an anime character though, so it's alright.
I guess.
Yeah, my headcanon is that he's like twice our height.
Yeah, he's like 10 feet tall.
Just looking through the list of characters, I stumbled on like the goblin that like effed Benjamin over in the past, and I very fondly remember the scene where he pulled out his eyes to give Benjamin.
That's horrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Seema is pretty edgy, right?
Kinda. Yeah, I
He's
guess.
kind of like all business. Money can buy everything.
Yeah.
Even in hell, I believe he said something like that.
This session has gone really well, actually. Just like reminiscing over it. I think it's like the best case scenario for us.
Yeah, you guys definitely did very, very well, both on the Buhd front and on the negotiation front. Maybe not so much on the Nether Dragon front, but they were kind of hard-headed anyway.
Yeah.
They will help us.
Also didn't go
Indirectly.
too well on the killing Sataya front, but Lyri will get her revenge some other way.
If that's what you want to do, that's maybe what you want
That's
to do.
that's what Lyri wants to do.
Something to think about, I suppose.
Can't say I want to be stuck on Outland, but she's hot-headed like that.
Well, I will say you're definitely making moves towards altering the balance of power in the area, so that's fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but any other thoughts that you guys might have before we go into our shoutouts?
Congrats on Buhd for staying alive, and
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's still alive somehow.
and let's hope that he stays alive next session.
Still
Doubt it.
alive. Still alive.
We can turn him into like a potato, like a funny Portal 2 joke, like a Reddit humor joke.
I'm getting deja vu.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, like, Buhd can concede the fight. That is something that can happen.
But if he concedes the fight by himself, what would like the repercussions of that be?
Would depend. I'd have to negotiate with Skoll. Currently, you guys don't know what this enemy wants, so I can't really give that away too much.
Fair. It looks creepy though.
I guess the one, negative thing that happened today was giving away the skull.
Yeah, but he was actually surprisingly cool with it.
Yeah.
Like Lyri was willing to like fight on the school's behalf, but the school was like no. So you know what? Major props to him. He's kind of a pro now. I think about it.
Sure.
He just took one for the team. That's awesome of him. You know what?
Well, more like he said, that guy's too much for any of us. So I'll go over. I think I can figure something out. That's more what he said.
Well, yeah, but still, like I didn't expect that from him.
I mean, what did you expect him to say? Let's get the hell out of here.
I don't know. I mean, we've had people around that like that.
Fair enough.
Mainly Lyri.
Fair enough. All right. Shall we go into our shoutouts, everybody?
Sure.
Okay. Well, again, dear viewers, thank you for watching and listening to us. Let's see what these people are up to, and according to the dice, let's start with Zelris. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself, what you're doing, what's up with you, etc., etc.?
My name is Zelris. I make machinima on YouTube and stuff on Twitter.com. And by the time this is out, I will have released a machinima short on my YouTube channel, and you should check it out because I think it'll be pretty cool and you'd enjoy it. So yeah, make sure to have a look-see when that is done.
Nice. When you say short, do you mean like the YouTube short kind of video or just like a short video?
It's a short video.
Okay. Still good. Thank you very much, Zelris. Next, according to the dice, we would have the owner of the channel you all are watching this on, Sir Thompshire. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Sure. As always, I'll proclaim the existence of machinima far away in the promised land. But aside from that, you can find me on Twitter, where I post sneak peeks sometimes and mostly renders lately, I guess. So yeah, there's that to look at, if anything.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Thompshire. Next, according to the dice, we would have DoomGoblin. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yeah, hi, it's me, DoomGoblin. I draw stuff. Maybe you saw some of my drawings at the start of this video. Who
It
knows?
was the previous video.
Maybe you'll see some at the beginning of this one as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been drawing characters from this little show lately, and yeah, maybe there'll be more when this video comes out. So if you wanna get you wanna see everything that I drew, go to my Twitter or any other site that I have.
Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. Next, we would have Skoll, the survivor. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, I can. I am Skoll Shorties. I played as Buhd, who survived. And I am currently working on a lore video with Mr. Garrosh, and when he first visited Draenor, is based on the short story of Hellscream, and I just got all the voices for it. So it is a process that is being worked on, and hopefully will be done when this video is out. If not, well, you know that's being worked on at least. But I work on all sorts of other stuff like machinimas and other WoW videos, which you can find on YouTube, and you can also find me on Twitter.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Skoll. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. Usually when I'm not this congested and recovering from a cold, I run this series and another series that's set in a homebrew universe. That's a lot of fun on my channel called Legacy of the Rimland that I would highly recommend. Yeah, that's probably more or less about it at this point. Yeah. Other than that, dear viewers, I need to mess around with the overlays. Other than that, dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. We shall be back next week, most likely on my channel actually, and we will see you there. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.